The story is going to sound a little weird, but if you're ready to hear it, it may change your life. As a child, Jade Shaw would be terrified to go to sleep. She slept with the lights on until she was 18 years old, and that's because every night she lived in fear of this inexplicable phenomenon coming back to haunt her. At any point, her entire reality would start shaking and vibrating as though it were going to fall apart. Sometimes she would feel herself floating up and out of her body. And even when she closed her eyes, she found she could see through her eyelids, and there seemed to be no escape. It got so bad that her mother looked into child psychologists, but there was nothing wrong with Jade. And she learned to control the experience by slowing down her breathing. And eventually, these things went away. Now, one day, many years later, browsing a dusty old bookshop in London, she felt strangely drawn to a book that explained everything. Blowing the dust off the cover, she opened it up, and she was so astonished by what she read. It's like the author was describing the exact experience that had scared her so much as a child. But even more interesting was that it turned out that there was nothing to fear. In fact, she had an innate talent. She looked at the title of the book, and it was called Journeys Out of the Body by Robert Monroe. What she had experienced was the beginning of astral projection. Armed with her new knowledge, Jade quickly found out that by using Monroe's techniques, she was able to replicate the experience of her childhood, but now she knew how to take it further. She was able to exit her body at will. And at first, using this ability, she would stay close to her body, exploring the local neighborhood. But soon after, she had an experience that changed her forever. During one experience, she was flying around when suddenly she was whisked away by some powerful unknown force. She traveled across dimensions, completely leaving even her energy body behind. Her consciousness merging with universal energy. She got scared as she lost herself in a profound white light and abruptly awoke instantly back in her body. Now, after the experience, she knew what she had to do. She had to go deeper into this practice, deeper into this phenomenon, study it, understand it, become a master of it, and then share this practice with the world. She quit her successful career running a dance company and instead took up a master's in science and transpersonal psychology. She studied in a Tibetan Buddhist temple for 5 years to learn the Tibetan version of astral projection, which is called dream yoga. She trained at the world-renowned Monroe Institute, and that's really how I came to know about her. I studied at the institute myself, and I'd become interested in bringing astral projection to Mind Valley, the platform I created, which is the world's biggest life learning platform. Now, if astral projection sounds familiar, that's because it's been gaining increasing attention in recent years, from movies like Doctor Strange.
I pushed your astral form out of your physical form.
To the Netflix show Behind Her Eyes, which Jade was actually a consultant on, to quantum physicists talking about it, the US military and the CIA even releasing reports on how they've been applying it and studying it. In fact, recently, Vice News carried a breakthrough story on the CIA's report on astral projection. The experience of astral projection can have a profound effect not only on how you view and experience physical reality, but it can also literally change the very fabric of society and the world. At least those were some of the things in this report that the CIA had released. And if you're interested in learning more about astral projection and how to use it for everything from exploring other realms to connecting with higher consciousness to covenanting with deceased loved ones to more practical uses like healing, psychological trauma, improving mental health, overcoming grief, if you're ready for an out-of-body and most of all, for the adventures of a lifetime, exploring new realities and discovering levels of consciousness that human beings are still getting to understand. If you're ready for an out-of-body experience, I'd love for you to join me and Jade Shaw for one of the coolest free masterclasses we've ever put together on Mind Valley. It's called Getting Started with Astral Projection. You're going to learn some techniques and tips to begin with and hear some absolutely mind-blowing stories, including my own experience with astral projection. I'm so excited for this one. and I can't wait to see you on this masterclass. In this class, you will learn exactly how to move into the MABA state, mind awake, body asleep, which is crucial for astral projection, and how to start getting started with this beautiful spiritual art form. Click the link below or above this video and join us.